Hi guys, it's Amanda and Monica or Loomy, and in this tutorial today I'm going to be showing you how to do another hook only design by Jo, 5 Kids Cause Chaos. She has designed this new bracelet called Rescued Hearts. You can see this design here. You can see the hearts and how it's plain as day. You can see that heart laid out there. And this is a fairly simple design on the hook. I wouldn't say that it's a very advanced design. Maybe probably an intermediate design, but works best if you do have a double-ended hook, which we will be using in this tutorial. And this one she recommends for the cross bands in the middle, just to use clear bands. So for the demos that we are showing you or our renditions, I did a clear band like she highly recommended, just so it shows off that heart, that you can clearly see that. And then I also did one with highly contrasting colors. For the cross bands in the middle, I used the black sweets. And it does a little bit take away from the heart. You can still see the heart that's there, but it also adds a little bit of a shimmering effect as well. But you still, that heart is still very prominent, and you can still see that. So for this design, recommended 3 colors. You'll need a set for the actual heart, the cross bands, and then the connector band in the middle. This one, we did the same. 3 bands. We used clear for the cross bands, and then the actual heart, and then the connector band in the middle. This one, I believe, is just the red from the Sweets collection, the white from the Sweets collection, and then just the clear jellies. This one is the blue from the silk, the orange from the silk, and the black from the Sweets collection. So that's what we used for these. This one actually ends up being a very stretchy bracelet. So you, obviously with the hook only, it grows as you make it. So you can actually make it a little bit smaller than what you typically would make, because it is kind of stretchy. So this one is actually going to go to the BFF, Monica. This one's going to be hers, and I'm going to be keeping this one. So for the tutorial in it, I'm going to be using, for the heart color, I'm going to be using the original 300 pack, the pearl pink. And then that's going to be our heart color, like I just mentioned. And then for our connector band in the middle, I'm going to be using the original pearl 300 pack green, neon green. And then for the cross bands, I still wanted to keep it kind of not as contrasting. So I'm going to be using the pearl, or the mother of pearl, in the middle. So we still have a little bit of color here in the middle, but nothing that's going to really kind of take away from the heart and the connector band. Okay, so I would get your colors and your hook. If you want to use your rainbow loom hook, that's great. That's awesome. All the bands that we will be using are all rainbow loom. These, like I said, these are the original pearls that they came out with, the really thick pearls. I would definitely recommend that you use probably a dual layer band for this design, just because it gives it that thicker effect. With a single layered band, it kind of tends to be a little bit more flimsy and doesn't really hold the shape of the heart together. So that's just a recommendation. So go ahead and get your bands together and your hook, and then we'll meet back here. So you have your supplies, hopefully. what we're gonna do now is just obviously get started, and we're gonna start off by placing that cap band just like we typically do. And if you've watched Joe's tutorials or our tutorials for Joe, typically what we're gonna do is that six band configuration at the beginning. The band we're gonna be capping first. It's going to be our cross bands in the middle. For me, it's gonna be the mother of pearl. Now the next band the band that we're gonna be pulling through, that's going to be, for me, the pink. It's gonna be the actual band for the heart. Okay? Pull through. And as I do that, just gonna go ahead, reclaim that cap band. So now, what I'm gonna do again is I'm gonna grab my mother of pearl, which is my cross band. I'm gonna pull both of these bands over, those two bands, reclaim the pink, and then I've got, that's what I should have. Hopefully you can see that, since that is kind of a white color, white on white. And we're gonna slide or shimmy to the other side, or shuffle. Joe likes to say shuffle. We're gonna reclaim that cap band and do the same thing. Okay? All right. Be grabbing that mother of pearl again. Same process. And there we go. This is where we end up with those 6 bands. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what you should have on your hook. So for this step only, just to kind of get us started, we're gonna actually cross these bands here. If you want to continue to do that later on, when I show you the next steps, you can do that, just so you don't get confused, but it's not necessary to do. When I show you a little bit later on the next steps, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But for now, for this step, this is only necessary to do on this step. So what we're gonna do, we're just going to cross these bands here. All right. So now we are going to grab our heart color, which for me, it's going to be pink. This can be a little tricky, so watch very carefully. We're just gonna get a little bit closer to the end of the hook, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this one, just roll it over. That way we'll kind of secure down here and keep this band secure. So what I did, I'll take it and show you again, just so you don't get confused. I took my heart colored band, put it on, and we are going just to secure and lay that there like this. Now since I've crossed this band, I'm going to take this band here and I'm going to pull it over. And this is what your hook should look like. Now I'm going to take this band and replace it back on my hook. And hopefully you can see that. Now we're going to slide to the other side, or you're just going to flip. And it's very important that you keep the bands in order, especially these two. If not, if they get kind of out of whack, you can just kind of rearrange them down here on the end. And we're going to repeat these steps. I'm going to grab my heart color again. Remember, it's this first band. We're just gonna kind of lay it over so that way it's secure. And I'm gonna take this band that's left, pull it. Now this band right here is secure because it does have two bands laying there. So there's one more step here that we're going to do before we return this to the hook. We're gonna take our connecting band, this band that you see right here, and this one is white. Today I'm gonna be using the neon green. Put it there, and we're gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4, and pull those over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put that back on the hook. Now we can replace that back on the hook. And we have just made our first heart. Wasn't too easy. I mean, I'm sorry, it wasn't too hard, was it? So now we have to get these bands back on the hook. And we're starting at the beginning again. So this is pretty easy. We're gonna take these two bands, grab your crossing bands, the color that you're using for your crossing bands, the two. Let that one stay, the green band, and replace. That's pretty easy, isn't it? And we are going to shimmy, shuffle down to the other side and repeat. Okay. Grab that band, outside band. All right, you can kind of see that that heart's starting to take its shape. Now here is the point where I said you can cross the bands, but it's not necessary. Down here at the beginning, it was necessary that we cross those bands. Here it is not. The only thing that you need to remember here is that these heart bands need to stay crossed here. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab another heart color. And I'm actually gonna move these out of the way. They kind of look a little bit distracting. These pearl colors like to stick together. I like to pull them apart. It's like a cool thing. All right, so I'm gonna put this here. And this is the step where we're just gonna pull this first outside band. You make sure that it's the crossing bands that you're using for this. So now that one is secure. Now we're not gonna pull this first band over. Remember, we're gonna grab the second color, or second band, all right? Because remember, originally they were crossed. Now if it helps you to cross those bands so you remember that, that's fine. Then you're gonna wanna pull this one first. But it's not necessary to do that. If you can just remember to grab that second band and pull that over, that's what we need to do. Okay, so replace that back on your hook. Then we're going to slide down, and you can see that this band has popped out of place. That's okay for now. It's only gonna matter till we get down here at the end. We're gonna need to put it back where it needs to go. Okay, so he has popped out of place. We're gonna put that one back where it belongs. And we're gonna repeat these steps. Grabbing our heart color again. And you're gonna find that that happens a lot on the heart step. Heart, I meant, not hard. I didn't say hard, said heart. All right, so lay that band there. Push these down. Pull that outside crossing bands. And then now all you need to do is grab this other crossing band, pull that over. And then this is the step where we need to add our connector band and pull the 4 bands over. I hope that this is not too hard for you guys to follow. And then we're just gonna get these bands in order. There we go. And you can see how our heart is starting to shape. So we'll show you a couple more times. Okay, grab your mother of pearl or your crossing bands. Replace that outside band and that one as well. Switch to the other side. Pull those two bands and replace. And that's what you should have right now. Heart band is what we're going to be grabbing next. Pink for me, whichever color you're going to be using. Grab that one. Now that's secure, so we can kind of leave that hanging. I am not going to cross my bands. You do whatever works for you. I'm going to pull that outside one over, and for here I'm going to replace that, and that's what you should have. Slide down to the other side. And once again, this little guy's gotten out of place. I'm just going to put him back. Pink band. Pull that over. He's secure. Pulling this one over those as well. Adding our connector band before we replace that pink band. Watch this, this is my favorite. Hang on. Monica hates it, but oh, watch. Oh, that's so cool. She's probably gonna just kill me for like, you put that in a tutorial. Wait a minute, here's another one. Watch this. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I know, I'm crazy. Sorry, anyway, I got distracted. Okay, connect your band. These 4, 2, and 4. And replace. And replace. And then those are your steps to make your heart. What do you think about that? Pretty awesome, I think. I will show you guys one more time. One more time, and then we'll come back and finish it up. All right, pearl white, grab 2. I won't really talk a lot, I'll just work. That way it'll kind of help you to get these steps down. I might say a word here and there, like replace or reclaim, or shimmy or shuffle. There we go. Heart color. Here's some more sweetness. Doesn't take a lot to make me happy. And yes, I do have all music in the background if you guys can hear that, but because sometimes it gets so quiet when you're working and you just gotta have the music. All right, he's out of place. Putting him back. connector. Oops, it came off. All right. And then, you know, just like before, obviously you're gonna want to make this as long as you can to fit your arms. And then I'm gonna make this as long as I want, and we'll come back and finish it up. My bracelet is as long as I want it to be. Like I said, it does stretch a little bit, so you don't have to make it as long as usual. So I would finish it off where you come to the step where the connector band has, you have placed it, and then you're going to be placing your crossbands. So grab 2 of those crossbands and just pull those through. I mean, this, you know, this step as far as a hook only design, if you're making hook only designs, you know, that are pretty advanced, that should be easy peasy for you guys now. So as far as closing them off. But anyway, you know, this is the Rescued Heart bracelets. So it's a perfectly shaped heart. I mean, I don't know how you cannot say that. And it's just so beautiful, and it's a pink heart. And we have a red heart. So it's pretty amazing. I do like the combination. I'm very happy how this turned out with the mother of pearl. So Joe, I hope you like that as well. This one with the black, I think it's just a nice little accent. You know, it does take a little bit away from the heart, but I still think that you can see it. So, but anyway, I hope you like this tutorial. Give us a thumbs up. Follow Joe on Instagram, 5 Kids Cause Chaos. She is the designer of this bracelet, and she is part of Amanda and Monica Lumi, our family. And also tag her and tag us if you do create this bracelet. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, hashtag us. You guys know the drill. And please subscribe to our channel so you can keep up with all of our latest designs and all of our looming buddies as well that we help out with tutorials. So as far as my bracelets today, both of these bracelets are the same bracelet, but obviously you can tell how different they are. This is the Bedazzled by our wonderful Mars Loom in the City. We love her. We loved this bracelet. We have several of these. Monica has actually blinged a bunch of these, and this is very pretty. So check her out on Instagram, Loom in the City. And so there we go. Happy looming, Rainbow Loom for a Cause. We love you guys. Have a great day.